Hi guys and gals, this is Alex Costa from ANR Design, and today we're going to go through our Daishō. It is a AIWB holster and magazine carrier combination system. We started cutting Tegris in-house and coming up with our own Tegris modifications for some of our equipment, and one of them was to join our adjustable deep concealment magazine carrier with our newer style CNC cut holsters that have 3 holes down the front of the holster bodies. A lot of people really wanted a mag attached to the holster. Now, I personally don't carry that way. Everyone's built differently, and I like to have a little bit more room between my magazine and my holster. And I carry my liner belt from Blue Alpha that I use for my battle belt system, and I carry my Glock on a Neomag Alias T-post with claw, and I carry my magazine separately in a Neomag Alias as well. The Daishō is a great solution for folks that do want to have them connected and joined. We're using a Tegris carbon fiber laminate that is laser cut here in-house. It's a very compliant material, and it allows the holster to be connected to your magazine carrier. So the first one that we did release recently was just our standard Daishō. Comes with a DCC Mod 4, 1.5-inch belt clip, in line with our concealment claw, and it's mounted to the front. Then you have the Daishō modification, the Daishō Tegris mod here, bolted to the 3-hole pattern in the front, and our adjustable cant magazine carrier here that has slots. It has a windowed cut, so you get that nice indexing point, and the Daishō itself is also slotted. This setup is probably a preferred setup for someone that doesn't wear a true gun belt. This would be for someone that wants to wear a dress belt or something thinner, or a fabric, like a canvas belt, a non-typical gun belt. So this is one system. We do sell this as an upgrade kit too. It comes with the belt clip for the holster. It comes with the hardware to mount the Daishō wing modification, and the extra DCC with the hardware to mount this whole system up. If you already have one of our holsters, just like this Glock 17 holster, that has the 3 holes down the front, and you have one of our adjustable deep concealment magazine carriers, you can easily just buy our Daishō upgrade kit and upgrade your existing holster system retrofit to this. Our concealment claws for light bearing, as you can see, are a little bit skinnier. They don't ride as far aft as the non-light bearing. So if you do order a standard Daishō from us, the foot here on the claw will actually be missing, loose in the bag, because the DCC Mod 4 rests against this wing position, and you still get the concealment claw effect with the DCC Mod 4 in place in the location of that foot. So that is the more standard version of it. This is the newer Neomag Alias Daishō. We're calling it the Daishō Alias. So this is how it comes. There is no belt clip on the adjustable cant magazine carrier. Now, a lot of people like 2-clip systems. The Neomag Alias receiver, which you can see here on one of our employee holsters, because the Neomag Alias receiver here has very little torsion, side-to-side motion on it, and it clamps onto a gun belt like a Blue Alpha Gear EDC Hybrid, a Blue Alpha Gear liner belt, or the Core Essentials belt. There's very little rotation of your holster on the actual gun belt itself, and there's almost no necessary need to have a second clip. So this is Jeff, one of our employees' personal rigs. He is carrying a DCC Mod 4 here. He's got the Alias T-post system, and then his receiver that's on his belt. Now, he's carrying a knife in place of his magazine. He modified his Daishō ever so slightly to fit his knife, and he also wrapped it in Kedora, which I think is really cool. So we implore you to modify and customize your gear. It's really easy to cut Tegris, change it, modify it, and make it yours. But in this case, he used some of the holes. You can see the hole patterns down the front You can see the hole patterns down the front of the Daishō wing. He just simply modified and added a couple extra holes because he wanted a 4-screw system holding his knife in place. But we do have extra holes going down the body of the Daishō wing so that you can attach other self-defense tools, other attachments to the Daishō itself in place of a magazine carrier. So that's kind of really cool. I like how he has his little knife and holster set up. Since I already have aliases on my gun belt right now, it is hard for me to put one of these on. So I'll show how the alias with light bearing alias works. So gun goes in, magazine facing pistol. You can see that the Tegris is so stiff, there's no tip on it, keeps everything supported, and will naturally curve inside the waist with your body curvature in the front. And I will just position my NeoMag alias where I want it, tuck the magazine portion in to where I want it seated. Now I have the unsupported magazine carrier here, the gun belt, the Glock holster with X300 in place, and you can see there's no real tip on this gun belt with the NeoMag alias installed, and you don't have a secondary belt clip to have to lift the belt clips on and off. It just supports it really well. You can see, like, I'm pulling up here, it'll go up a little bit, but it's not really out of the way. And then just drop shirt over it. You can see how much the Daishō alias works fantastically. So that is our Daishō and Daishō alias system. You can customize it, put whatever attachments you want. You can go with the traditional. We always recommend the NeoMag alias with any of our holster systems. It is the top of the line belt clip accessory because it is a quick disconnect receiver system. Really great for gun belts. And then if you wanted to, when you're sitting in the car, move your gun from your gun belt to a hard mounted location or a MOLLE mount location, NeoMag does sell a lot of accessories to attach these to all kinds of surfaces and places. The most important function of the NeoMag alias system is how rigid it keeps the gun on the belt. And with the Daishō alias system, I believe that is a fantastic system if you would like your magazine carrier and your holster attached together. And it's probably one of the fastest to put on combination magazine carrier and pistol holsters on the market. Hope this answered a lot of questions for how these are configured, how these are set up. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.